We have Edgar, which is always our moderator. And we have Sridhar today, which is our speaker. We are going to be talking about SAP Digital Supply Chain, SAP Asset Manager, which I will take the opportunity today to invite you all to this ASUG Mid-Atlantic Conference happening in Baltimore on July 26th, which we will have Sridhar as our speaker representing Cogent there. So you're all invited to come there and be there for us. So yeah, Edgar, over to you, and welcome, Sridhar.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thanks,
yeah.
Gabby.
Thank you for being with us today, Sridhar. So Sridhar, real quick, has a big experience in this field, and today he is gonna show us more about this particular SAP solution. He will be also using this session to rehearse that ASOC regional chapter event that he will be attending as a speaker, actually keynote speaker. So once again, thank you, Sridhar, and over to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Edgar. Thanks, Gabby, for the introduction. Okay, so let me introduce myself. In a high level, I'll not take much time. I have 23 years of experience in SAP and the core business. And in SAP Enterprise Asset Management and the supply chain, I worked almost 2 decades, and also worked extensively in the mobility area as well. So I worked in various verticals like utility, pharmaceuticals, manufacturing, transportation, many industries. So you can name it, I'll be there. So today the topic what we are going to discuss is the SAP Asset Manager. So the SAP Asset Manager basically talks about how the in the field service will be carried out using SAM application. Okay, so to go into the slides, so I have here those all are some disclaimer. So I'm just going to the today agenda. So the introduction to SAP Asset Manager and key features and the benefits of SAP Asset Manager, integration topics, and then capabilities, and then maintenance strategies, user experience, and some of the case studies. So we'll go in details. So this is our today's agenda, and then we'll move on to the next one. So basically, the asset manager used in wherever you need the field services to be recorded. For instance, if you go to the machine, we may capture some of the records. For instance, I would say that we change the parts, motor is changed, or we did the oil services in the motor, or we clean the motor. So in these cases, so we have done the activity, but in the real time of the capturing of the history will be very cumbersome. So then SAP come up with some solution called SAP Asset Manager. And then they're saying that, okay, so whenever you've done the work, so you just take the mobile and then record whatever you want. Okay, so whatever you have performed in the machine, that will be carried. So that's where it's invented the Cyclo, and then the Cyclo's next version became an Asset Manager. So the Asset Manager having a multiple application in the mobile as well as the tablet. So by using this, you may have high efficiency, improve the efficiency of that our activity, and then machine, and then reliability and the performance of the equipment improves a lot. So this is a proven, and we have done a lot of implementation. So that I have presented in the last slide, so you can see the case studies as well. Okay. And this will support the end-to-end work management, also inventory management, and more in the sense if you want to approve any PR, POs, those are all the capabilities we have in SAM as well. Okay. And this is the main feature is the real-time data. So if you have internet, it's always real-time data. Also, this has offline capabilities. So which means in case if you don't have internet or you don't have any network, then you will have a data stored in the tablet or the mobility, and then you can able to save it in the tablet. Whenever the internet or Wi-Fi comes, then you can sync it back to the SAP that goes into the SAP directly. So these are the functionalities we have it in SAP. We'll go into the next in details. Yeah. Any questions so far? All right. Moving on. And then the key features, offline capabilities and the field operation. Also, it supports a maintenance strategy like predictive and reactive maintenance. So the user can access the work order and notification, the asset information. So in the real-time data, because you cannot take all the time the computer with you to see what are the work order notification, because we are all working in the shop floor and various sites, right? So also sometimes we climb in the tower like a windmill, for instance. Okay, so that's very cumbersome to do that. It's allowed to capture the images. So in case if you have any oil spillage or anything, you want to send it to the vendor, and then you just capture the details and then directly send it across to the team so that they can have evaluate, and then they can provide the feedback. Okay, so that you can easily correct those machine on the spot. Okay, so yeah, and then moving to the next one. And then enhance the operation. So benefit of asset manager, basically operation efficiency and the productivity of maintenance teams. So one of the capabilities, one of the main capabilities in SAM is, so you can assign the technician directly to that work order. Okay, that particular technician only can see those work order to execute it. So that's a high specialty of them. So whenever the person, let's say I'm a technician, I'm just logging into the system, I will open that tablet and then I will see what are the work is assigned to me. So, this way, the person who exactly need to do the work, he knows that, okay, these are the activity for today, then I will just execute it in the system, in the machine. Okay, so it's really effective in SAM, because if you go to the SAP, you will have to find out multiple places to see what my work is assigned. So rather going all this route, the SAM provides the capability of accessing, okay, what I need to do. So just give the list and then do the work. Okay, so those kind of capabilities you can see it. Also, the asset reliability and extends the equipment lifespan. So by doing this, you will see that reliability of the equipment, since we are recording the history, so you have realistic data in the system. The reason is, whenever you go one work to another work, you forgot whatever we have done the previous one. So that's a human nature. So, but with this functionalities, so you will be able to capture all the real-time data, and then you feed it in the system, and then you go for the next one, so that the data will be realistic, and then with that data you can analyze and then increase the equipment lifespan, right? So, and also the real-time decision making. So since we already feed the information in the system, and then the person who works in the office, is a manager, he can see that, okay, these are the activity performed. Maybe this may be wrong, this may be right. You can take the decision and you can suggest them what is the best way to deal with the issue, right? So, and also the user-friendly and user experience. Basically, it is a very easy navigation, just a tab, like how you use a mobile. how you use a Twitter or Facebook. It's a similar approach. You will see it in the SAM tablet as well. So it's so user friendly, and we have implemented. Some of the clients, they felt very happy about that system, and then they extending to the rest of the plant. So that was a really good case studies we have. Okay. So this is about the asset manager advantages, benefits. So do you have any questions, team? Okay, all right. So moving to the next one. And then integration with the SAP. So since the SAP SAM, which is Asset Manager, integrates with the SAP ERP and then S/4HANA, so it is a cloud-based solution. So even you can have on-premises as well, but the SAP provide right now the cloud-based, so you have a seamless connectivity, and then you don't have any disturbance on these connections or anything. So you will have a seamless connectivity between S4 and the Asset Manager. Okay. And then its data will be consistency and accuracy across the system. So also seamless flow of the information between office and the field. So wherever I work also wherever I sit. So the person always look into that data, flows between the systems, right? So also check that what are the information the technician fed into the tablet or the mobile. Also support the synchronization of work order and the notification. So we have that the notification and work order usually syncs with the technician whenever he comes to the online or the Wi-Fi, near to the Wi-Fi. So you will see that when any new work order comes, then you can easily see that one. Okay. All right, and so this is offline capabilities. So it is when you don't have Wi-Fi, because some of the areas, if you go to the middle of the plant, you may not have a Wi-Fi or anything, right? So sometimes this happens. So then you will have offline capabilities to cover that. Also, field workers can access the update data without connectivity. So which means we already downloaded all the information in the tablet. So whenever he goes to the machine, so they can able to record the data, and then you can access and they can see that all the equipment related, also whatever the problems occurred in the other equipments, they can review that, okay, this is what happened in the future. The past, so we can correct it using the same information with this current equipment as well. Okay. And then uninterrupted operation with even the remote location. So yeah, as I said before, remote location can be accessible, and then synchronize the data automatically when connectivity is restored. So that's obvious. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, all right. Moving to the next one. And then maintenance strategy. So some of the features, mainly for the preventive maintenance. So we have in the SAP Enterprise Asset Management, we have SAP preventive maintenance and predictive maintenance. The preventive maintenance, basically the classical example is every 5,000 miles in US or 3,000 miles in US, the cars need to be, need to do the oil changes, right? So in these cases, the system automatically trigger the work order. So, and then they can start work on that particular work. So in SAP, we have a same functionality called preventive maintenance and predictive maintenance. So the preventive maintenance generates based on the schedule or performance. So then that will be synced to the SAM, and then you can start work on the particular activity. So this, you need not to have any human interaction. So once you're done the setup, so the system automatically do their work, and then it sends to the particular technician. So in that way, the preventive maintenance will be taken care with latest AI technologies, I would say. Yeah. So this capability, we already have it in SAP now with SAM. It's become a highly robust way to do the preventive maintenance. Okay. So I think these are the new capabilities. Probably we can use it anywhere in the world. So that will be a very new, good features available in the SAM. Okay. And then also the planning and scheduling maintenance activity effortlessly. So the meaning of that, so if I need to do every 3 months, check the filter. Okay. The filter is one of the activity, clean the filter or replace the filter in the pharmaceutical industry is quite common. So in this cases, so we have to do the schedule when need to be cleaned and when need to be changed. So those planning activity will be effectively done if you go with the the preventive maintenance using the SAP. Okay. Also, if you do in this way, it will reduce the downtime and then improve the asset performance basically. So the meaning of that, you keep doing all the preventive maintenance activity, it will really reduce the downtime. You will not see any breakdown. Okay. Similarly, the car, if you keep doing the oil changes every 3,000 miles, and the engine performance will be good, right? So the similar approach for the machine as well. So it will improve the performance as well as reduce the downtime. Okay. And enables the condition-based monitoring and maintenance. So the meaning of that, if you have any certain criteria, okay, whenever the tire breakdown or anything happens in the car, right? So you do the certain condition like changing the tire whenever the tire worn out. So we need to change the tire. So that's set it up with 30,000 miles. Then it automatically trigger the notification and then do the tire changes. So similarly in the machine also, when it reaches to certain temperature or any pressure, then it triggers the notification, and then we in the SAM, the person who nearby alerts you, and then you start okay, just go and check what is going on that machine, and then in that way it will be sorted out what are the problems they are faced. So these are the very good features available in the SAM. And we have many companies, we implemented this as well. Okay. Any questions on this? All right. So moving to the next one, the user experience. So actually, initially, I worked in Cyclo too, so I know how the complex it is. But now with the SAM application, you will really see that, awesome features and very user-friendly user navigation, I would say. It's one touch, you will see that smooth navigations. You need not to have a robust operation on the SAM application. But with this new SAM application, we implemented 2310, so 2210 versions. So by using that, you will see that how the easy navigation and the details, how we are reflecting the SAM screens. It was really awesome. You will see that all the details are available in one screen. It's kind of dashboard. You will see it in the front end screen. And then from there, you can navigate what are the works assigned to me. Also, what are the equipments are available in this plant, and then the function location. So all the details are available in this one within the small screen. Okay. Also, it will support the multiple languages. So, we implemented one of them in German, France, also in Italy. So, it's supposed to support all the languages. Brazilian also we implement. So all the languages, you can see it without doing any customization. Okay. And yes, as I said, the personal dashboard that gives you a very good report. You will really enjoy it. You seeing that. Okay. All right, and moving to the next one. So the data collections and reporting. So if you see the screen, right? So operating hours and the complete and then counter workflow. So usually, it's very cumbersome to bring it into the SAP initial days, but now with this SAM capabilities, and you will see that with one equipment, so what are the operating hours, total how many hours, and the complete, so how many minutes is run, and then counter workflow. So for instance, today, how many hours or how many milk cube it pump these activities, right? So these are the activities, the real-time scenarios, real-time data, you will see it in the SAM tablet itself. Okay. So here you see that allow capture the data images directly from the field. Yes, allow the data analysis, informed decision making, and generate the comprehensive report on asset performance, and then insight to the maintenance activities and the trends. So this will really, I would say that whatever you imagine it, you will see it in the SAM tablet, I would say. Yeah. So those kind of things are available in the SAM. Maybe the more details, if needed, we can provide the demo to you. So yeah. All right, moving to the next one. And security and compliance. This is a very important and major roles nowadays, because that the people, whenever you use a mobile, so people intend to, capture the, take the data from your mobile or tablet, right? So with this SAM, you will not even touch that screen. So meaning you cannot hack the screen, or you cannot hack the SAM application app. So because it's fully secured and fully privacy, because the pharmaceutical or utility industries really require preserve their personal informations and the data. That's very important. But the SAP played a major role on providing secure the data, and not even downloading the data from or other than the SAM application. So it will download, but it will not send it out to any other application. So it will store within the SAM application. Okay. Also, the support role based on the access control and the authentication. So you will see what the role is. For example, the technician. So technician only can perform the notification and the work order, also the time confirmation and capturing, measuring document. Okay, so if I assign this all the particular activities, then I can able to access only those activities in the app. You cannot go and navigate any other transaction. For instance, if I want to see the manager dashboard, then this cannot be done in this SAP, okay, because it is all restricted. So also it will it will go with the industry standards, also the compliances. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. Yeah. So here, for the pharmaceutical industries, the compliance and the standards are very important, right? So the system should be validated. Also, some of them are FDA regulatory compliances sites. So the system also should have the capability to handle the compliance related data. So in these cases, the SAM tablet have a lot of production and the data security, everything will be available within the SAM, and you cannot transfer any data to any other app or any other system. So you will have all the production within the SAM. Okay. Also the sensitive information from unauthorized access. So nobody can access anything. Also cannot share any other information to any other app. So it's highly secured system, I would say, and we have implemented in some of the companies. They are really feel that data are secure. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Yeah. And some of the features here you will see that in case if you have any measuring point, so you can enter those details here in the system. Also, the notification data, what time the breakdown starts and what time the breakdown ends, and then what are the spare parts we replaced it, and what new equipment is replaced in place of the old equipment. So those details you can see it here. Also the bill of material. For instance, if I have a motor, oil cooling the under pump, right? So in this, we have a bearing, impeller, and the pumps. So shaft, those details are already available in the system. So you can see it in that detail so that you can say that, okay, this particular equipment, I have, these are the parts, and then which parts need to be replaced, or which part is available in stock, and what need to be ordered outside, right? So if it is in the stock, then I can consume it immediately into the system. If the parts is not available, then we can create a purchase requisition from there. The system will let you to create a PR so that you can start working on the rest of the activities. Okay. Also, you will have many other features. So the 2410, the latest version is going to come. I'm thinking they already launched it. So the new version will have a few more features. Also, the timesheet entries, the CATs, HR CATs, and everything is available in the SAM as well. So yeah, these are the features. And so this about the SAM. Any question until here?
Sridhar, like purchase requisition, rising and all the things will happen through MRP run only, right?
So we have two ways to run the PR, generate the PR. One is directly from the maintenance order. If the stock is not available, then we have an item category that automatically triggers the purchase requisition. Okay. The other capabilities, if you have a safety stock, for instance, I have 10 quantities, and when I reach to 6 quantities, then the MRP will check that, okay, my quantity is reaching 6. So the system automatically check that, okay, it need to be generate another 4 quantity to create a PR. So there is two way in plant maintenance. One is through work order, one is through the MRP.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sridhar, one more question.
Yes.
What is the basic difference between EAM and SAM?
Okay. So EAM, it's a high level enterprise asset manager. Okay, sorry, management. So which contains all the features of plant maintenance model, like a plant maintenance now enterprise asset management. So now the small piece is SAM within the EAM. So EAM has the same functionality, but it's accessed through the mobility. The entire EAM cannot access through the mobile, but using the SAM, you will see that, okay, whatever the shop floor activity need to be performed, those activity directly carried out using the SAM mobile.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions? Okay. So with this deployment, okay, so in case if I want to deploy a SAM in your plant, okay, how are we going to approach? So we have SAP Activate. So usually This is standard the project implementation methodology used across the industry, but the SAM has a very limited time to implement. You need not to wait for a waterfall methodology to implement the SAM. But using the SAM, you can have agility and waterfall. So the initial phase will be the mass deployment, and then once you are done, then whatever the additional features, if you need it, then you can go for a phase-wise implementation. So one of my customer, they implemented the SAM, and then whenever the new additional requirement comes, then they created as a release every 3 months. So they go for whatever the new features requested, that's all added into that release, and then they move forward. So that was a really good exercise, I would say. So with this, I would say the discover the first, and then prepare, explore, and realize, and deploy that, and run and scale. So in the run and scale, so we were supported almost 2 years, and we deployed multiple new features in the SAM versions. So we have started 2010, 2110, and then right now we are running 2310, and right now running 2408 or something. But yeah, always the client prepare N-1. So that's the reason we prepare 23, because some features maybe disturb the current operations. So we don't want to implement the latest version. All right, so yeah, so yeah, if we go with the Cogent, and then we have the SAP Activate methodology, and then we can able to go with this standard deployment procedure which SAP provides. Okay, all right, and moving to the customer success stories. So we have few customers implemented, and we have some stories shared with us. Also, we had some lesson learned from them, and those details we can share when we have a deployment. I have some case studies to go over. So one of the pharmaceutical companies we have deployed, so they have a global presence with manufacturing facilities and the distribution network in worldwide. So the company runs almost all the countries, the pharmaceutical industry, one of the top 5 pharmaceutical industries. So we have, which I have worked on that project. Okay, and then the challenge is the efficient maintenance of complex asset portfolio, ensure the compliance strategy, compliance and stringent regularity requirements, and optimizing the maintenance operation. So that is the main goal of to go with the SAM, because if you go with that laptop, definitely you will miss the details. And whenever I move to another work, you know that, right? So if you are working in one of the meeting and then you go to the next meeting, it's a human tendency to forget whatever you worked on the previous meetings, right? So so that's the reason always we capture the real-time data to ensure that right data are fed into the system, so that we can utilize whenever we need it, and then we can use it for our analysis purpose and the future failure. So especially in the pharma industries, so we always look for the the improvements. So mainly whenever the problem comes, the people always look into the system, and then they will see that okay, how we can improve that, and how we'll mitigate the problem in the future, because the pharma industry is mainly handling the human life, right? So the vaccines and all of the stuffs. So yeah, so here, our project took 12 months to full deployment, and we worked with all the cross-functional team, including IT and operation maintenance, quality assurance, regularity, compliance. So we worked with all of them, and then we collected all the requirements, and then we started implementing with them. Okay. And the initial stage is assessment and the planning. And then we identified what are the activities we need to perform, what are the features we needed, what are the business functionalities need to be implemented during this time. So all of them are planned using this during this time. Okay, and then we selection of SAP Asset Manager. So mainly, the planning and the integration capabilities, also the regulatory compliances, also the system, the Android version or Apple version or Microsoft version. I mean, Android and iOS, it's readily available, but when it comes to Microsoft, some of the companies still they're using a Microsoft tablet as a all-in-one purposes. But SAP did not come up with the app for SAM. So, and then we have some challenges, and we challenged SAP to provide the app for Microsoft operating system. So finally, since the customer was very close to the SAP, so they have started developing the Microsoft OS as well. So that's in progress at this moment. So these are the what can be done, what cannot be done. So those are the features we had discussed on that day while selecting the asset manager. Okay, and then implementation and the integration. So when we go for the deployment, the SAP Asset Manager across the manufacturing site and laboratory, ensuring the integration equipment, the real time. So how we want to integrate with our system. So the real time data are offline capabilities. So those details we were discussed, and then we have implemented. Also, the seamless data, the exchange, procurement and the production quality control, because production team also need to know, and procurement team also need to know when the spare parts is going to be delivered, and the production team need to know when the machine is given back to the production. So those are the information shared across the team, right? So, okay. And then operational enhancements. So we have, predictive analysis, predictive maintenance, and then IoT data analysis, and reducing the unplanned downtime, so improving the equipment reliability. So these are the capabilities we enhanced using this. So we were really, good on the solution point of view. Okay. And then we were able to achieve that as well. Yeah. Also, the mobility access. So we have a technician, operators, basically real-time asset inspection, and then work order and maintenance documentation. So these are the functionality we enabled there. So it was a good functionality too. And then the compliance and quality assurance. So automated document and audit trials for the equipment validation and maintenance activity to meet the FDA and other regulatory requirements. So mainly the pharmaceutical industry looks for the FDA regulatory, because without FDA approval, it cannot go single medicine out of that company, right? So obviously we have to make sure that all the equipments and the softwares are FDA's compliance, and then meet their standards. That's very important. Yeah. And then also we have GXP. We call it GXP, good manufacturing practice, and good quality practice, good maintenance practice. So you can just name it, everything will be available in the SAM. So those are the capability we have integrated using the SAM. Okay. I think the benefit achieved, you will see that the improve asset reliability, the enhance asset performance and reliability through the proactive maintenance strategies, and reduce equipment failure and the production interruption. So mainly, the production downtime drastically reduced by implementing the SAM. Also, the real-time communication that improves a lot for the technician, and capturing all the information in the within the SAM application and real-time data, right? So also the cost saving, I would say it's a drastic operation cost reduce, because once you started capturing all the history, and then based on that you do the analysis, and then you can provide the mitigation for that, then you know how much maintenance cost can be reduced, right? So also you can do the budget planning and all that stuff. So that will really help us to improve our operation, also the reduce the cost of that. So that's very important for the modern manufacturing industries. Okay. Also the regularity compliances. Okay, so achieved and maintenance, the compliance and FDA regulation. So that's very, very important requirement for the pharmaceutical companies. Okay, and the data visibilities, obviously you will see that the histories and all the metrics and measuring document details. So those details you can see it on the system, and you will see the report format as well without developing any new enhancement within SAP. Also, on the operation efficiency, we seen that the workflow, seamless workflow, I would say, any new work to be assigned to the technician, that immediately reflected in their tablet. So which means, so your response time and then the data capturing, everything is highly improved in the when you use the SAM tablet, I would say. Yeah. So that was a really good benefit using the SAM. Okay. And the conclusion, I would say that we have effectively deployed in the pharmaceutical industries. So that will be, increase the asset performance and follow the regularity compliance, and then operation excellence. Okay. So that's a case studies, and we have utilities also. So one of the electrical and gas industries we have implemented. So that was taken in 9 months, almost same capabilities, and some of the new features is a GIS, Geographic Information System. So that was a major, capabilities in terms of the SAM. So manufacturing industry is not required, but whereas utilities and utility companies mainly look for the geographical information, because technician flows around, wherever the problem is, right? So, and then the SAP, the app has a map capabilities, so that will show that where the problem is, right? So those information we have adapted in that. And other functionalities, 95% remain same as before we said. Okay. All right. Same information we have deployed in the utilities companies, also the benefits. So here, I would say the cost saving is almost 50% decrease in the maintenance cost. So that was a major achievement. Also, we reduced the 20% of, we increase the 20% of operational efficiency of that. Okay. And then conclusion is almost we achieved whatever the time frame they're given, and then we effectively deployed the SAP SAM solution in the utilities companies. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, that was a good presentation, Sridhar. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, somewhere like you mentioned GIS. I am from the GIS industry in the beginning, actually. So,
okay.
Like, was there any other GIS platform was integrated into this asset manager?
So since we used Android, so the Android, the Google Maps has already, have a licensed product, and they are connected together, and then they got it all the details from the Google Maps.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh, so the asset manager itself has a map module inside in
Yeah,
it, or it's a
correct.
third party there?
So yeah, it's SAP as a license with Google, and then it's integrated with SAM application.
Got it. Yeah, thank you. Can
Okay.
you, yes, sorry, one more question, please. Can you elaborate who are the field workers who are using this mobile application in the
Okay.
forest industry?
Yeah, field workers basically, if you go to the utility industries, for example, there is an electric power outage, right? So in these cases, we call the electric company, and then they deploy the person nearby technician, and then they will come and see that what are the problems, right? So basically, they handle this kind of equipments. So the mobility technician, mobile technician, basically they can check it. All the, I mean, they use it all these features.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was interrupting somebody. Please go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just mentioning that we started at 12:06 and finished at 12:50. So that's around 45 minutes, which I think it's what we need for the ASIC event, if I'm not wrong. So we are good on that. As a feedback, I would suggest, I think in the ASIC event, you would have a time at the end for questions and answers. So I would just suggest to keep that only for the end instead of asking for questions in the middle. But that's just a suggestion. I'm not sure how exactly it works over there.
Okay.
So that's one feedback on my side. I don't know if anyone else has anything else to say. Edgar, Ravi, anyone?
I have a few points that we can review offline, I guess. Not sure if we stopped the streaming already.
Yeah, we can stop the
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
recording.
Um,
We can take any other questions from Thiru, Durga, anybody SAP consultants who are already here.